All right, let me take you on a journey that might shake the foundations of how you see the world, but in a way that leaves you stronger, more aware. We all walk through life assuming it's this tangled web of mysteries. Why relationships fall apart, why success feels elusive, why happiness slips through our fingers. But what if I told you that beneath it all, life operates on principles so straightforward they almost mock us? We resist them because they're too plain, too unglamorous. We crave the drama of complexity, the elaborate diets, the multi-step success formulas, the hidden secrets whispered in ancient texts. Yet, the truth stares us in the face. Simplicity is the key, but our minds, with their shadowy tendencies, complicate everything to feel in control. In this exploration, we'll dive into the quieter, deeper corners of the human psyche, uncovering how our inner world shapes reality. It's not about manipulation or harm. It's about understanding the subtle forces within us so we can navigate life with quiet wisdom. Let's start with a fundamental irony that reveals the mind's clever deceptions. The more desperately we chase something, the further it retreats. Call it the effort paradox. Picture this. You're lying awake at night, willing yourself to sleep. The harder you push, the more alert you become. Or think about happiness. When you hunt it down like prey, it vanishes into the shadows. Love follows the same elusive path. Force it, and it recoils. This isn't just poetic musing. It's a profound law of the psyche. Psychologists term it the backwards law, where desire creates its own barriers. Why does this happen? Our minds are wired for survival, not ease. When we cling too tightly, we signal scarcity to ourselves, amplifying tension. Observe it in daily life. The person frantic for a job interview often stumbles, while the calm one shines. Athletes choke under self-imposed pressure. Artists stare at blank canvases when they demand inspiration. We all sense this intuitively, yet we double down on effort, ignoring the mind's subtle warning. The path forward? Engage fully but release the grip on results. Act with intention, yet detach from the outcome. It's a relaxed focus, not laziness, but a serene alignment with life's flow. This shift frees us from the mental traps we set, allowing natural progress to unfold. Now, consider another layer of our inner complexity, the illusion of control. Deep down, we all harbor this quiet delusion that we can orchestrate every detail of existence. We schedule our days meticulously, predict outcomes, and fret over variables beyond our reach. But life, with its unpredictable currents, exposes the farce. The tighter we squeeze, the more slips away, like water clenched in a fist. Ancient philosophers, those early explorers of the human soul, grasped this millennia ago. They taught that true power lies only in our choices and how we respond to the world. Everything else, the weather, others' actions, random events, belongs to fate's domain. This isn't defeatist, it's liberating. Focus on your circle of influence. You can't dictate traffic jams, but you can choose when to depart. You can't sway opinions, but you can live with integrity, earning quiet respect. Trying to command the uncontrollable breeds anxiety, a shadow that darkens the mind. Instead, embrace the role of a navigator on turbulent seas. Master your responses, and the storms lose their terror. This awareness quiets the inner turmoil, revealing how much of our suffering stems from misplaced dominance. Delving deeper into the brain's hidden operations, let's uncover a nightly ritual that underscores our vulnerability. While you rest, your mind orchestrates a profound cleansing, much like a silent crew maintaining a vast machine. Neuroscientists have revealed that during deep sleep, cerebrospinal fluid surges through brain tissue, flushing out accumulated toxins from the day's mental labors. It's an essential reset, explaining why a solid night's rest sharpens your thoughts and lifts fog. Remarkably, the brain physically contracts, shrinking slightly, to widen pathways for this fluid, allowing thorough purification. This organ, comprising 60% fat and weighing just 3 pounds, devours 20% of your daily energy simply to process existence. We're essentially biological supercomputers requiring diligent upkeep. Skip this maintenance, and waste lingers, clouding cognition like a cluttered workspace. Research links poor sleep to diminished memory, stifled creativity, and even mood imbalances. It's a reminder of our fragility. The mind, for all its power, depends on rest to function. Ignoring this invites subtle chaos, where thoughts grow heavy and decisions falter. Honor this process, and you align with your brain's innate wisdom, fostering clarity amid life's demands. Shifting to one of the psyche's most poignant traps, the pursuit of happiness. It's the ultimate irony. Happiness flees when directly sought. Like a wary animal, it approaches only when you're not fixated on it. We've all chased illusions, the ideal career, the flawless partner, the perfect physique, convinced they'll unlock joy. Yet, brain science illuminates a baseline set point for happiness. Major windfalls, like lottery wins, elevate mood temporarily, but within months, you return to equilibrium. Tragedies follow suit, with resilience pulling you back. This hedonic treadmill keeps us running, adapting to gains and losses alike. Happiness isn't an endpoint. It's a side effect of meaningful engagement. It emerges from growth, deep connections, and acts of contribution, not from accumulation. Our minds mislead us here, wired to seek novelty but quick to normalize it. The remedy? Redirect focus to purpose and progress. Cultivate relationships that nourish the soul. Pursue endeavors that challenge and fulfill. In this surrender, happiness arrives unbidden, a quiet companion. The deeper truth, needing it less invites it more, freeing us from the cycle of endless wanting. Our brains, for all their brilliance, are riddled with distortions, subtle biases that color reality like unseen filters. Far from objective truth seekers, they're pattern detectors, prioritizing survival over accuracy. Confirmation bias draws us to evidence affirming our views, ignoring contradictions. The halo effect clouds judgment, making us assume beauty equates to virtue or intelligence. Loss aversion amplifies fears. Losing something hurts twice as much as gaining equivalent value. These aren't flaws to eradicate. They're evolutionary echoes, once vital for quick decisions in perilous worlds. Yet, they skew our self-perception. We judge others harshly by deeds, but excuse ourselves with intentions. We inflate our abilities, believing we're above average in most arenas, a phenomenon called illusory superiority. Everyone falls prey, including you and me. Awareness is the antidote. Pause before certainty. Question which filter tints your view. This self-reflection pierces the veil, fostering humility. In recognizing these shadows, we gain agency, navigating a world where perception often trumps fact. Consider the emotional undercurrents steering our lives. Roughly 90% of decisions stem from feelings, with logic merely justifying afterward. Your rational mind isn't the captain. It's the storyteller, narrating a voyage already charted by intuition. That career choice? It felt right first, reasons came later. Gut instincts process subtle cues, facial microexpressions, tones, far swifter than conscious thought, clocking in at 500,000 times the speed. Emotions aren't enemies. They're rapid data processors, honed by eons. But unchecked, they lead astray. The power lies in the space between impulse and action. Observe the feeling, then choose wisely. This mindfulness transforms reactivity into deliberate living, harnessing the psyche's depths without being enslaved. Memories, those cherished archives, are far from reliable. They're fluid narratives, rewritten with each recall. Not fixed recordings, they're like editable drafts, prone to embellishment. Retrieving a memory renders it malleable. Your brain fills blanks with present knowledge, tweaks details to fit current beliefs, even fabricates elements that feel authentic. Studies show false memories can be implanted, vivid enough to convince. A cherished childhood tale might blend fact and fiction. A painful event could amplify over time. This malleability stems from the brain's efficiency, prioritizing coherence over precision. But herein lies opportunity. Since we unconsciously edit, why not do so intentionally? Not through deception, but by reframing, emphasizing strengths, lessons learned. This conscious curation reshapes your inner story, turning past shadows into sources of growth. Embracing efficiency in life reveals the 80-20 principle. 20% of efforts yield 80% of outcomes. This Pareto rule permeates existence. In relationships, a few bonds provide most fulfillment, In work, key tasks drive major value. We often squander energy on the trivial 80%, diluting impact. Businesses see 20% of clients fueling 80% of revenue. Wardrobes hold clothes worn 80% of the time from just 20% of items. Life's asymmetry demands focus. Identify vital elements, energizing habits, pivotal actions, and amplify them. Discard the noise. Optimization of the marginal yields little. This insight cuts through mental clutter, directing energy where it multiplies. Habits form the psyche's autopilot, looping through cues, routines, and rewards. A notification prompts scrolling for a dopamine rush, stress cues snacking for fleeting comfort. The brain doesn't judge utility, it automates for efficiency. You can't erase these pathways, they're etched deep. Instead, rewire. Keep the trigger and payoff, swap the action. Stress? Opt for a walk over food, retaining relief with better results. Nearly half our day runs on habit. Design them mindfully, and they propel you forward. Finally, the compound effect. Tiny daily increments amass profoundly. 1% better each day yields over 37 times improvement annually. The reverse erodes. Read 10 pages daily, 12 books yearly. Save modestly, build wealth. Exercise briefly, transform health. Overestimation of short-term feats and underestimation of long-term consistency blinds us. Motivation wanes, systems endure. Focus on processes. One step today compounds into destiny. Tying it together, life isn't discovery. It's creation, forged choice by choice. Accept the uncontrollable, master your responses, compound small wins. This framework illuminates the mind's intricacies, biases, emotions, illusions, empowering ethical self-mastery. You've glimpsed the shadows. Now, wield the light. What resonates with you? Share your reflections.